Nana here for your bedtime story. And tonight it's called The Banana Robber. So, if you're sitting comfortably, hold on to your bananas. And Nana will read the story. John, Sheila and Molly had a playroom up in the attic. They played there on rainy days. Mother let them have tea up there sometimes, and that was great fun. They carried up their mugs, plates and a jug of milk, 3 slices of cake and some apples or bananas. They were all very fond of fruit and used to spend half their pocket money on it and store it in the playroom cupboard. One day Uncle Jim gave John a shilling and he showed it to the others. Now a shilling in old money is 5 pence. I know what we'll do, he said. I'll buy bananas with it and we'll pretend we're cast on a lonely island where banana trees grow, and we'll eat them because there's nothing else, and we might starve. That would be a fine game to play, said the 2 girls. Let's make some trees and tie the bananas on them. So they borrowed poles from the potting shed and nailed leafy twigs on them for branches. They put them there and here and there in the playroom and emptied some sand from their sand tray onto the floor to make believe it was the sand of the shore of the island. The table upside down can be our boat, said John. What fun we'll have. I'll be captain. Sheila, you can tie some bananas on this tree and Molly and I will do the others. There are 14 bananas. That's a lot of bananas for 5 pence. So we'll be able to play this game 2 or 3 times before they're all eaten. Before they finished getting things ready, it was bedtime. The trees had their bananas on and looked fine, and the table had the cloth for the sail, and the floor was chalked with blue to make it look like the sea. We'll play the game tomorrow, said John, and off they went to bed. After tea the next day, the 3 raced up to the playroom. There was a table all ready to be at the boat, and there were the trees all ready with their bananas. What fun! Now this table had better be a lifeboat or a raft, said John. Get in, you girls. We're escaping from a wrecked ship. They all got in. John swayed about as if he was on the boat, rocking up and down in the sea. Holding on tight, he shouted, I see land! Land ahoy! A lonely island. The tide is taking us there. Be ready to jump. The girls screamed and swayed about like John, pretending that the boat was rocking up and down. Now then, cried John, we are near the beach. Jump! Jump for your lives! They all jumped out of the boat onto the sand. Sheila lay down as if she was tired out. John and Molly took off their overalls and squeezed them, pretending they were wet through. I'm so hungry, moaned Sheila, sitting up. We might starve. There's nothing to eat. Look, look, banana trees with real bananas growing on them, shouted John, jumping to his feet. Come and pick them. They went to the banana trees and John gave a shout of surprise. I say, there are no bananas on my tree. Just look. Which of you girls has taken my bananas? I haven't, said Molly. And I haven't, said Sheila. They're all gone, said John. And look, there's the peel on the floor. Oh, I say, it's too bad. Someone's been up and taken 3 of my bananas. I wonder who it could be. Well, they're eaten, said Molly. You'll have to share our tree, John. So they gave John 2 bananas off their trees, but the game was spoilt. It was so horrid to feel that someone had taken their bananas, which was such a mean trick. We'll play this game tomorrow, said John. There are still some bananas left. Next evening after tea they raced upstairs again to their playroom, and the game began once more. But would you believe it, before they jumped out of the boat onto the sandy shore, Molly gave a shout. Look, she said. There is some more peel on the floor and someone's taken more of our bananas. Whoever can the robber be? It's very strange, said John, getting out of the boat and walking up to the peel thrown down on the floor. It's not any of us, that's for certain, or we'd tell each other if it were. And it can't be anyone in the house, or we'd have seen them going up here. Shall we hide behind the cupboard door and see if we can find out who the robber is? Cried Molly. Let's do it. All right, said John. Come on, let's hide now. The robber might come any time. So very quietly they crouched behind the big cupboard door and peeped through the crack to watch who the robber might be. They waited a long time, but nobody came. John watched the door and he kept thinking it was opening little by little, but it wasn't. I'm getting tired of this, whispered Molly. Let's go out now and play, John, shall we? Perhaps we'd better, said John. The banana robber isn't coming this evening. But even as he spoke, the 3 children heard a noise. They held their breaths and looked at the door, but nothing came round. They heard the noise again, a little scraping sound, and it came from the window, not the door. The children peered through the crack. Who could be at the window? A strange little face looked in, a little brown face with bright dark eyes. Then in the window it came, and what do you think? Yes, it was a small monkey. He jumped in and ran to the trees, stuck up there, here and there on the floor. He ran up one and pulled a banana down. He slid down to the floor with his little happy chattering sound. He peeled the banana and bit off a piece off the yellow fruit inside, and then he threw down the peel and went up the tree again. So that's the banana robber, said John. He ran out of the cupboard. Come on, you girls, this is a real desert island now with monkeys and everything. Hoorah! The monkey looked up in surprise. He seemed pleased to see John. He made a little chattering noise again and suddenly jumped right into John's arms. The little boy was startled but very pleased to find a small monkey so friendly. He hugged him and the two girls came up and stroked him. Let's take him downstairs and show Mummy, said John. So down they went. Mummy was astonished. Well, I think I would be. Why, he must be the monkey that Mrs. Bailey's lost last week. He escaped and went up on the roof of her house, and then she lost sight of him. He must have lived up on the roofs for a few days, and seeing the bananas in your make-believe trees, he crept in to get them for food. You'd better take him back. So the children took him back to Mrs. Bailey, and when she heard that he'd stolen their bananas, what do you think she did? She gave them a shilling to make up for the stolen bananas, and another shilling for bringing back the monkey. So that's 10p. It's not very much, is it? Now, we can buy bananas, apples and oranges, said John joyfully, and off they went to the greengrocer's. Weren't they lucky? Fancy getting a monkey in your bedroom. Wow. Who'd have thought that would have been the banana robber? I didn't think it was that, did you? Anyway, that was a great story. So, I hope you enjoyed that. Sleep well and be good, and I will see you again tomorrow. So, I love you, Atty, and I love you, Torben. I love you, Ruby, and I love you, Max. Be good, sleep well, and see you tomorrow. Love you.